right. Hey, good morning, everybody. I am attempting to do a YouTube live. I haven't really done a lot of these, so we'll see how this goes. But I want to kind of talk about our flood threat as we head into next week. We do have a pretty active pattern setting up next week, and it could bring us multiple rounds of heavy rain and the potential for a flash flood threat. So something we'll be watching pretty closely, and we'll be keeping an eye on it. Now, this weekend looks pretty good. Today, we're going to see some sunshine out there. We're seeing that outside right now, and those temperatures will be up around 60 degrees this afternoon. And then we get into tomorrow, and it looks like the rain will start to move in. That's our first round of rain moving in tomorrow. And then as we head through much of next week, we got multiple rounds of rain potentially on the way. So let's take a look at some of our forecast models here. Let's start off with the European model and looking at these multiple rounds of rain that we're expecting. So let me kind of backtrack here. I'll take you to this weekend. So this is the system that we're monitoring for tomorrow. So this is tomorrow morning at around 6 a.m. And you can see the rain starting to move into the area. We're going to be watching this system coming in from Texas tomorrow. And you see those showers and storms starting to increase. So it's going to be kind of an off and on rainfall for Sunday. Not a ton of rain expected here tomorrow. Could see up to an inch in some areas, but then that system kind of moves on. So we head into our Monday here. It looks like that kind of dries out a little bit. So we get a little bit of a dry period there. And then we get you into Tuesday, maybe a few spotty showers. Wednesday, that front starts to move back in from the north, some more showers there. And then you can see just repeated rounds of rain. Look at this coming in as we get into the end of next week. We're talking about a major system. Could bring some winter weather to Texas and Oklahoma, but looks like it's all rain for us. And then as you can see here, as we get into about the end of next week, so we're looking kind of far ahead here, but by the end of next week, this could be a potentially a severe weather concern. We'll have to see how that kind of plays out across the region. Let's see if any of you are on here yet. I see a few people have hopped on. And again, I'm doing this YouTube thing for the first time, so this could be a little bumpy. Let me know how you like it. If you want to ask questions, I believe you can do so right on the YouTube channel. Again, YouTube's kind of a foreign thing to me. I never really thought about doing YouTube lives before, but figure why not give it a go here and see how it goes. So let me know how you think, what you think of it. This will allow me to kind of show you forecast models a little bit better and also allow me to share some of the weather graphics from work. So I can actually share some work graphics as well. So we'll go to that. And you can see that this is our rainfall forecast across the Arklatex over the next 7 days. And it could be pretty impressive. I mean, these amounts have really come up. So this is our combined rainfall forecast over the next week. And the rain starts to move in as we head into tomorrow. So Sunday, the rain starts to move in, and then we'll see multiple rounds of rain throughout much of next week. So it's going to be active. And when you look at the rainfall potential over the next week for the Arklatex, where you see that brighter shade of orange there along and south of I-20, that could be over 4 inches of rain. That's about 4 to 5 inches of rain, and maybe even locally even more. I mean, I've seen some forecast models today suggesting that we could see up to 6 inches of rain across the region. And obviously that would cause some big issues for the area. So 6 inches of rain in the Arklatex, that could definitely cause some flooding concerns. Let's take a look at one of our forecast models is showing as far as the timing of all of this. So again, today, not a whole lot going on. We take you into, tonight, you'll see the showers start to develop across the area. And then as we look ahead into our Sunday, that's when the rain becomes a bit more widespread. So you can see by then, the rain's starting to pick up. I mean, it's going to be scattered showers for Sunday morning, but as we get into Sunday afternoon, that's when the rain really starts to move in even more so. And you can see the potential for some heavier showers there by about mid-morning tomorrow. Take you to lunchtime here, and we see more widespread showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, no severe weather expected. But as we head throughout the afternoon on Sunday, it looks like that rainfall could be a little bit heavier across the area. So again, that's kind of how FutureTrack looks for tomorrow. And again, your rainfall forecast looking very impressive over the next week or so. You can see that is going to could be potentially quite a bit of rain. So let's go to full camera. All right, there I am. So again, I'm trying this out for the first time, so kind of let me know what you guys think of all this. I'll see if there's anyone on the live stream. Got a few of you on here. Not very many, but that's okay, because again, I got to kind of build up this channel just a bit. But you guys have any questions, feel free to kind of hop on here, and I will try to answer as many as I can. So again, let's go back to our graphics, and that's a look at the European forecast model, which shows, again, that potential for some heavy rain off and on throughout the week. Let's take a look at what the GFS is showing. And this is the American model. So we're looking just at a different type of forecast model. This is the new run that just came in, or actually is coming in as we speak. So let's see what that one is showing. And again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hop on here. And again, I'm not expecting too many of you to be on this morning because, again, this is kind of a new endeavor that I'm trying on YouTube. So, but anyway, this is the GFS. So notice as we get into late tonight, into tomorrow, that's when the rain starts to move in. And it's going to be steady rain throughout the day on your Sunday. You can see that kind of pushing in from East Texas across Louisiana into portions of Mississippi. So it's going to be kind of a steady off and on rain tomorrow. I don't think it's going to be an all-day rain for your Sunday, but there will be some off and on scattered showers across the area, maybe some rumbles of thunder. And then as we get into tomorrow evening, that rain kind of pushes to the south. We begin to see some drier air arriving from the north. So looking ahead to Monday, it looks like things will dry out again. And then getting into your Tuesday of next week, this upcoming week, it looks like a mainly dry day, although there could be some spotty showers not really showing up here on our forecast model all that much. Wednesday, though, the showers start to roll back in, as you can see there, taking you into Wednesday afternoon, more rain there. Again, pretty spotty. So I think the lower rain chances are definitely going to be for Tuesday into Wednesday. And then looking ahead into Thursday, though, that's when the heavy rain starts to return. You can see that by Thursday morning, at least according to this model, we get some heavier rain pushing in from the south and west. And once this next batch of rain comes in, this could be lasting for quite a while. We could see some multiple rounds of heavy rain throughout the day on Thursday and into Friday as well. Look at that, still ongoing. And this is when those flood concerns are going to start to ramp up. So there's next Friday, and still heavy rain throughout the day on Friday. This system finally moves out maybe by Saturday, but then after that, we got more rounds of rain on the way. This looks like a very, very active pattern here for the next couple weeks. So with that in mind, let's take a look at, let me get rid of that. Okay. Let's take a look at our rainfall forecast, potential rainfall forecast. And again, we could be talking about quite a bit of rain. So again, this is from the GFS. And again, it's all rain this time. We're not talking about any sort of winter weather, which is good if you're tired of that stuff. But the rainfall could be fairly impressive. And again, this is what we're expecting for tomorrow, maybe up to 1 inch to 2 inches of rain possible. That's, again, with our first round that's coming in tomorrow. But we take you on through next week, and you can see the rain really adding up. And look at this. This is kind of the rainfall forecast for the next couple weeks. This is our combined rainfall for the next 10 days. So again, it's going to add up over time. But I mean, look at some of these values here. This forecast model potentially indicating over 1 foot of rain across parts of the Arklatex. And if that was to happen, again, this is going to be spread out over the next couple weeks. But it just goes to show that it's going to be a very, very active pattern ahead, and we could be seeing some impressive rainfall amounts, maybe over 1 foot of rain. Again, no snow with this. It's going to be much warmer, temperatures in the 60s and 50s, but a lot of rain possible. And if we can get this much rain over time, that would cause a flooding concern. So again, that's the GFS showing some crazy rainfall amounts up to maybe 1 foot of rain over the next couple of weeks. The European model here, let's see what that's showing as far as rainfall. We go back to rain. And again, I'm going to let that load here for a second. But again, a lot of rainfall expected for the region. Potentially up to 6 inches of rain over the next week, which could cause some issues, obviously, for sure. So I've got a few people viewing, a few viewers on here. And again, I'm going to try to make this more of a regular thing going live on my YouTube channel, and I'll be sharing it to my Facebook so you guys can get a link to that. But again, if you're just joining us, I was kind of talking about this potential for heavy rainfall over the next couple weeks. We got a very active pattern setting up, which again could bring the potential for some flooding concerns across the Arklatex. So let's take a look at the rainfall forecast again from the GFS forecast model, and it does show some impressive amounts. And again, I want to emphasize this is not going to be happening all at once, but this is going to be over the next, 2 weeks or so. And again, this forecast model is showing us the potential that we could see a up to a foot of rain. So that would be a lot of rain expected. Now, whether that's going to happen or not, still too soon to know, but that is the possibility. And again, that's your American model, the GFS. Let's take a look at the European model here and see if it is loaded up just yet. Okay, so let's take a look at our rainfall forecast from this. And this just kind of goes to show you what different models are showing. But this is the European model, and it shows also some impressive rainfall amounts, maybe not quite to the extent the GFS, the American model, was showing. I think this is maybe more realistic, but this takes us over the next 7 to 10 days. And as you can see, a lot of locations there could be seeing, you know, 6, 7, 8 inches of rain, which is a ton of rain, and that could cause some problems. So we'll keep a close eye on that. Again, let's zoom into the Arklatex and show you what we're showing as far as rainfall. And as you can see there, again, that kind of matches up where you see the brighter shades of orange. That could be, you know, a good amount of rain. So we're going to keep an eye on that forecast for sure, but definitely some decent rainfall expected there, and that flood concern will continue to ramp up. So let me go back to camera. And again, I'm kind of just experimenting with this today, so just kind of seeing. Got a few people on here. All right, hello everybody. Good morning. Good morning. And again, I know I normally do these Facebook Lives, but I was just kind of trying something out a little bit differently today. And I wanted to talk about the weather on YouTube. So I'm trying YouTube Live this morning. I think I kind of like it a little better. It seems to go a little faster at my computer. It doesn't seem to be lagging quite as much. So I might be doing more of these YouTube Lives to come. And go ahead, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Because I think I'm going to really kind of focus more on the YouTube channel. I'm still going to do lots of Facebook Lives as well, but I'm going to try to focus on building up a YouTube a little bit. And a lot of you have told me that you kind of go to YouTube for weather, so going to try that out for a while and start doing more lives. But again, if you're just joining me, I'm talking about the potential for a flood threat as we head into next week. We got some heavy rain on the way. First round of rain arriving tomorrow. Then we got more systems lined up down the road for next week. And so again, this is the European forecast model showing those rainfall amounts. But as we go back to the GFS model, that too is showing some very impressive totals as far as rainfall. So let's take a look at that again in case you missed it. And this is your 2-week rainfall forecast. So keep in mind, this is not going to all come down all at one time. This is going to be over the next 10 days or so, but those totals are very, very impressive. And if we do get that much rain, that would definitely be causing some flooding concerns. And as you can see, and let me go to the most recent run here because that actually came up on the most recent data. So let's see here. So again, that's your potential rainfall forecast from the American model, and that shows a tremendous amount of rain. As you can see there, that would be potentially up to a foot of rain. So no more winter weather to worry about, but definitely we do have a flooding concern heading forward. And let's take a look at the Canadian model, just for kicks since we're doing this. And the Canadian model here is also showing quite a bit of rain, maybe kind of in a different location, but the general idea is there that we are going to see some heavy, heavy rainfall over the next week or so. Now, for those of you asking about any winter weather, and I know there have been people wondering, are we going to get more snow in Louisiana or Texas or anywhere like that? And I can safely say no, because our temperatures are going to be pretty warm. So let's take a look at just for fun, let's take a look at the snowfall forecast over the next week or so. And as you can see here, nada. That's a full week that I'm showing you there. And as you can see, not any snow anywhere close. If we see anything, it's going to be out across maybe West Texas. That is your Canadian model snowfall forecast. Let's take a look at the GFS and see what's going on there. And again, we're looking at snowfall just because a lot of you are kind of in snow mode right now. But looking ahead through the end of next week, that's your snowfall forecast. You can see it's nowhere close to the Arklatex. And then looking even past the week, this is the day 2, or sorry, the 2-week forecast, excuse me. So this is going out all the way to, this is going into early February here. This takes us all the way through February 10th. And as you can see, no snow whatsoever. So it does look like the winter weather, at least for the time being, is not going to be anything to worry about for us. And we take a look at the European model for snowfall. And let's go to the one from yesterday. All right, so this is what the European thinks for snowfall, and let's see if it shows anything at all. And again, you know, that does get a little bit closer with some wintry precip, but not really. So as you can see, this is our snowfall forecast for the next 7 to 10 days, and really nothing for our area at all. It's all going to be out to the west. That's where all the cold air is. So we're really not going to be worrying about that. Again, our concern is really going to be on that heavy rainfall threat. Again, taking you back to this map, which does show the potential for that heavy rain in the Arklatex. I don't see a lot of you asking any questions, so that's maybe a sign that there's not a lot of people on here. But again, I'm going to start doing these more often, so be checking my YouTube channel, and anytime I'm doing a YouTube live, I'm going to post that link to my Facebook as well, so you guys can see it on there. But for now, I think I'm going to end this. And thank you guys for tuning in. And again, have a great weekend. I might do another Facebook Live or a YouTube Live at some point this weekend. But for now, guys, let me leave you with this graphic. Again, that's a look at the rainfall we're expecting over the next 7 days. Flood concerns increasing next week. I'll have more updates for you over the next week.